Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wildlife is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovery Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today we're going to an educational quiz. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Adventurous Kids. I'm Mark. I'm Christian. Today we will be testing our educational knowledge. We will be asking each other educational questions. For each of us that gets a question right gets a point. Each of us will get 20 seconds to respond to each question. The Adventurous Kids cast member with the most points win the quiz. Our first topic is science. Let's get started. Yeah! Okay, Christian, are you getting the first question of the educational quiz? True or false? Batteries convert chemical energy to electricity. True. That is correct. You get a point. Mark, now it is your turn. Bronze is made from what two metals? Copper and tin. You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point. Band says Adventurous Kids. Say that again. The band says Adventurous Kids. It's your turn, Christian. What is the name of the world's largest reef system? Great Barrier Reef. You're correct. You get a point. Did you know the Great Barrier Reef is located in Australia? Again, for more than 15,000 years ago. It's over 1,400 miles over an area of approximately 133,000 square miles. Wow! It's your turn now, Monkey Mark. True or false? Rainbow is a spectrum of light that appears when the sun shines onto water droplets in the air. True. You're correct. Great job. You get a point. Your turn, band. Here's your next educational question. It's actually two questions in one. Tardigrades, often called water bears or moss piglets, are near microscopic animals with long, plump bodies and scrunched up heads. They have 8 legs and hands with 4 to 8 claws each. There are over 1,000 known species within tardigrades. Here are your 2 questions about tardigrades, Christian. Is it true that tardigrades can withstand environments as cold as minus 328 degrees Fahrenheit or highs of more than 300 degrees Fahrenheit? Is it true that they can also survive radiation, boiling liquids, massive amounts of pressure up to 6 times the pressure of the deepest part of the ocean, and even the vacuum of space without any protection? True. You are correct. Great job. You get a point. You're up, Mark. What is the human body's biggest organ? Skin. You're correct. Great job. You get a point. Okay, Christian, here's your next question. Are humans omnivores, herbivores, or carnivores? Omnivore. Correct, band. You get a point. Great job. An omnivore is an animal that eats both meat and plants. Okay, monkey. Here you go. What is the name of the layer of
Earth's atmosphere that absorbs the majority of the potentially damaging ultraviolet light from the sun?
The ozone layer.
You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point.
Now we are going to be asking harder questions to each other. Here it goes! Christian, why is the sky blue?
Solar radiation sunlight is scattered across the atmosphere by a process called diffused sky radiation. The sky is blue because much more short-wave radiation, blue light, is scattered across the sky than long-wave radiation, red light.
You are correct, Ben. You get a point. Great job.
Okay, Mike, there it goes. Which of these illnesses is not caused by a virus? Measles, polio, chickenpox, or whooping cough?
Whooping cough.
You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point.
This is the last science question before we move on to social studies. Christian, what is the first element on the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
You are correct, Ben. You get a point. Good job. Now we are moving on to social studies questions.
Let's test our social studies knowledge. Okay, Mark. You get the first social studies question, which is, what four nations claim parts of the area between the Mississippi and the Pacific? Is it Great Britain, France, Mexico, Russia, Germany, Netherlands, or Spain?
France, Spain, Russia, and Great Britain.
You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point.
Your turn, Ben. Slavery was common in 1787. Which group of people wanted to end slavery?
People who lived in the north.
You are correct, Ben. You get a point.
Let's go, monkey. What did Lewis and Clark go on their expedition for?
To explore the Louisiana Purchase and the Pacific Northwest.
You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point.
The band says social studies. Say that again.
The band says social studies.
Okay, Ben, here's your next social studies question. Who was the first African American president of the United States?
Barack Obama.
Correct. Good job. You get a point.
Monkey, it's your turn. Who was an American social reformer and women's rights activist who played a pivotal role in the women's suffrage movement?
Susan B. Anthony.
You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point.
Let's start, Ben. Who was the first deaf-blind person to earn a bachelor or arts degree?
Helen Keller.
You are correct. Good job, Ben. You get a point. Helen Keller was born on June 27th, 1880 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and she was very sadly stricken by an illness that left her blind and deaf at the age of 2. Beginning in 1887, it was Keller's teacher, Anne Sullivan, who helped her make tremendous progress with her ability to communicate.
Okay, here on our last social studies question before we move on to our last topic, technology. Mark, which trial involved the teaching of evolution in schools?
The Scopes trial.
You're correct. Great job, monkey. You get a point. Now we're moving on to our last topic, technology.
Let's see who gets these right. The first Christian band. Here's your first technology question. Christian. The first Apple iPhone first become available in 2005, 2006, or 2007?
2007.
You are correct. You get a point. Good job, Ben.
This is Monkey Mark's first technology question. Here it goes. In terms of computing, what does ROM stand for?
Read-only memory.
You're correct. Great job, Monkey. You get a point.
Question. What is binary?
A binary code represents text, computer, processor, instructions, or any other data using a two-symbol system.
You're correct. Great job. You get a point. Binary or base 2, a numeric system that only uses 2 digits, 0 and 1. Computers operate in binary, meaning they store data and perform calculations using only zeros and ones.
Mark, in terms of computing, what does CPU stand for?
Central Processing Unit.
You're correct. Great job, Monkey. You get a point.
And how many computer languages are there in use today?
700.
You are correct. Great job, Ben. You get a point.
It's your turn, Mark. How do cameras take pictures?
A camera lens takes all the light that is bouncing around and uses a glass to redirect them to a single point, creating a sharp image. When all of those light rays meet back together on a digital camera sensor or a piece of film, it creates a sharp image.
You're correct. Great job, Monkey. You get a point. The camera was invented, or rather developed by multiple people over the course of history, but the camera was invented as we know it today by French inventor Joseph Mississippi. In about 1816, Mississippi technically took the first photo on a homemade camera with silver chloride covered paper.
Christian, there it goes. How do LCD televisions produce images?
LCD liquid crystal display televisions have millions of tiny picture elements called pixels. They can be switched on or off electronically to make a picture.
You are correct. Good job, Ben. You get a point. Each pixel is made of 3 smaller red, green, and blue subpixels. These can be individually turned on and off by liquid crystals. Effectively, microscopic light which is that turn the subpixels on or off by twisting or untwisting. Since there is no cumbersome method relative in phosphor screen, LCD screens are much more compact and energy efficient than older TV receivers. The first electronic television was invented in 1927. The world's first electronic television was created by a 21-year-old inventor named Harold Taylor Farnsworth. The inventor lived in a house without electricity until he was age 14.
We're on to our last technology question, and since I did the first question of this entire quiz, Mark is doing the last one. How do webcams work?
All webcams work in broadly the same way. They use a image sensor chip to catch moving images and convert them into strings of digits that are uploaded over the internet.
You're correct. Good job, Monkey. You get a point.
We're going to be giving you, the audience, 5 questions for all of you. Just need to respond for me and Christian know each one of us won our quiz.
We will read your questions, and then you get 20 seconds to guess the answer. Then after 20 seconds, we will tell you the answer.
Okay, audience, your first question is, what did the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, invent? answer is Wright brothers Orville and Wilbur were two American aviation pioneers, mainly credited with inventing, building, and flying the world's first successful motor-operated airplane.
Next question. Our faithful audience. How does the stomach digest food? The answer is glands. In your stomach lining makes stomach acid and enzymes that break down food. Muscles of your stomach mix the food with these digestive juices. Pancreas.
Next question. How do tornadoes form? The answer is most tornadoes form from thunderstorms, namely warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico and cool, dry air from Canada. And these two dry air masses meet, they create instability in the atmosphere. Change in wind direction and an increase in wind speed with an increasing height creates an invisible horizontal spinning effect in the lower atmosphere. Rising air within the updraft tilts the rotating air from horizontal to vertical. Area of rotation is 6 miles wide, now extends through much of the storm. Most strong and violent tornadoes form within this area of strong rotation.
Okay, moving on along here, audience. Why do peacocks spread their feathers? The answer is peacocks are male fowl, a type of pheasant that also includes the female peahen. Male peafowl peacocks spread out their tail feathers called a train and display them in a prominent fashion to try and attract mates during the mating season.
Okay, audience, here's your last question. Queen Elizabeth established the American colonies for this reason. The answer is trade ports. Counter the Spanish expand the British Empire. The winner of my and Christian's quiz is it's a time! Good job, Christian.
Yeah, good job, monkey. And says Adventurous kids. Say that again.
Boom says Adventurous kids. Aw, aw. Christian, wake up. You're taking a quiz. Don't you understand there's no sleeping allowed in class?
I know, I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm sorry, Mr. Mark.
Okay, I'll give you a warning this time. Oh, brother. Thanks for watching
This episode of Adventurous Kids. And
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous kids!
What was the most interesting fact? Adventurous kids. Adventurous kids. Adventurous kids.